What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining me again. As you can see, I'm inside the gym. This is a green screen of like what's out there. So, yeah, that's why we got a chair in the gym. But look, that's not the point. The point is, this is day 2. We have 30 fitness videos in 40 days. So, by the holidays, you guys are going to be a well versed adept at being inside the gym with your eating, with your motivation, etc. So, we're continuing, and today I wanted to talk about nutrition. It's what I'm really like more of an expert in than a lot of other things. And a lot of people have questions. So, like, what part of nutrition are we going to talk about? Well, the part that matters about the gym, right? Not we're not going to talk about like your vitamin D intake. We're going to talk about pre-workout. So I get the question all the time, what should I eat before I come in? Well, let's cover it briefly. Yeah, I want you to eat before you come in. And in fact, most of us, our problems with getting inside the gym can begin and end right there. Did you eat? Why not? That's the question. The question and answer session that I usually have with people. And yo, you got to eat before you come in. It's less than important what if you don't eat. Eat. Secondly, should you drink if it's like in the morning? Instead, should you drink your breakfast? And the answer is yes. If you didn't eat, you're going to drink something. And that's the bottom line. Straight up. Fasted cardio, fasted workouts. Yeah, that's a thing. But why don't we just practice skipping that altogether? Unless you have competition or unless you're in extreme weight cutting phases. Period, point blank. That's like 98% of us. The rest of us, we going to eat before we work out. So now that we have that covered, let's talk about the what. Well, it depends what we're working out for the day. And it mostly has to do with people wanting to take something in lieu of eating. So if we're eating, we need to get our carbohydrates and our proteins in 1/3, 2/3 proportions. Generally, you're going to eat more sugars, maybe 50 grams, before you come work out in the gym. But for a lot of you guys, I've noticed that we have questions about pre-workout. Some of us even take it, some of us even think about whether or not we should. And so I thought, let's just tackle this all together, all right? If you take pre-workout, which is a flavorful, oftentimes neon substance in powder form that you mix in with your water, your whatever, you take that, you feel real energized before your workout, and then you work out, you put in the work, and then you go home and eat your post-workout or hopefully a meal. That's a pre-workout. Well, I wanted to run through a bunch of these and play process of elimination, and then I'll revisit what you should be eating. So let's take a look at some of our popular pre-workouts real quick here. You do a quick, I just typed in pre-workout, right? Or best pre-workout or whatever. There's a number of these that I already saw that are blowing up like recently. So here's what I am going to do right now off the top. I'm actually going to take this one. This one says keto. So I'm actually just going to open it up right now and we'll analyze it together and we'll see what's in it. So luckily a lot of these websites already are smart. They put the facts label right in front of your face. But I just want to look at the front to see what the claim is. So already what we see is this one says pop up that, hey, it says keto. We all love to see that if we're doing that type of a diet. And then all right, so it says there's natural and artificial. This one doesn't make any bombastic claims about what it has or doesn't have. And now it's going to say, all right, so let's run through it. A serving size is 8 grams. That's actually really small. 20 calories. So, like, honestly, what you eat inside the gym before you do it, that's got to be more than 20 calories. And, okay, so this is already, we have 300 freaking milligrams of caffeine and 20 calories. Stay far away from this one. Okay? Alright. So here's some of the other popular ones. I'm gonna be honest. I look for ones like that women would use. Because I used to have some trainees that came in and worked out who were women. And like, yo, they came in with a brightly colored shaker, ready to get after it. So I'm looking at this. I'm looking at you. 8 calories right here. and not a lot of carbohydrates. So already I'm like, why are we taking this before a workout when we don't have any calories and sugar? We kind of need those two things for a pre-workout. And skimming down the line, we have calcium. So this is all vitamins and minerals. That's great. Tyrosine, that's an amino acid. It says for mood and stress. So, marketing right there. And then if we take a look at these are just a combination of, this is like a multivitamin. This is a multivitamin pretty much with carnitine in it. And you know what? Thankfully, not a ton of caffeine. But then I decided to take a look at another one. Let's see this one. I don't even know what that's called. Legion. This is Legion Pulse. All right, here it is. This is another popular one. Right away, they don't even hide it. But we have 350 milligrams of caffeine. So if you want to feel good inside the gym, drink 4 cups of coffee. All right, if you want to feel good about getting kicked in the drink 3 cups of coffee right off the top. It won't hurt. So right away we're like, okay. And here we go with the 10 calories. 2 scoops. Dang, 2 scoops is only, wow, 24 grams, and we have this much caffeine. Guys, this combination of low calories and high caffeine, bad. Calories are energy. So is caffeine. Caffeine has a bunch of negative side effects with it. I'm not saying caffeine's bad, but I'm saying this much at once, bad. But I'm saying like energy, natural energy from certain calories, the right kind of calories, is actually great for you. It's low calorie, low sugar. Where do you think this company said, hey, how are we going to make up the feeling of energy when we have 17 grams, 10 calories in it? By overloading it with caffeine. And then the rest of this is like basic super supplements. They like to put citrulline. This is a Krebs cycle thing. And, we have oligosaccharides. Let's move on. We have Gorilla Mind. This is called Gorilla Mode from Gorilla Mind. All right. So off the top, Gorilla Mode, $50. 1 scoop is only 15 grams. All right. So that's not bad. So this one, you're getting creatine. You're getting 2,500 milligrams, so 2.5 grams. At one given day, you should be taking 5 grams of creatine if you're supplementing. Our body probably can't handle more of that in a day, so you actually want to come in depleted of creatine if you're going to load up like this. And then we have a bunch of energy substrates, tyrosine and amino acid. And here we go with the caffeine. So quick math. This is 30 grams in 2 scoops. So the other one had 23 grams right here and had 350. This one you need 2 scoops to get to 350. So, hey, it's almost the same, a little bit less. Right on. Oh, it says it right here. 2 scoops. 300. Well, there you go. 350. I'm starting to notice a trend. Here's dark matter. Dark matter, 48 grams of carbs. Looking at the claims. Now, this one's a little bit different. So we already have carbs. They're like, yo, we're going to put freaking sugar in this. If you want to work out, you're going to need sugar. So here's dark matter. You're getting all the great, the reviews. I had to look into deeper. I think we'll circle back to this. They did spell glycogen wrong. That's a shame. Spikes insulin and replenishes glycogen, or glycogen, which the lizard maybe likes this. I've never heard of glycogen. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought about it, and I had to look this up. You do not, right? You do not have to list caffeine as a nutrient. So I was like, yo, this is the most hardcore looking one right here. Here's the label, and there's no mention of caffeine. In fact, they have all these super proprietary blends, and this is where you would expect them to hide the caffeine in this blend, where they can put basically anything. They don't even have to list what's in the blend. They could just say blend. And then they could go ahead and put, beeswax and milk thistle and chia seeds and chia pets if they want to in here. But they don't. They don't even list it. So I'm thinking, what is the deal? Well, did a little bit more research, like real quick, and I found this stuff right here banned. And it's banned because, like, right here, is it illegal? Because there was so much of this DMMA, which I'm not gonna pronounce right now, but it apparently is not very likable, right? And then what you get is this stuff right here when you type in dark energy, right? Well, dark energy supplement. Well, right away, you get this stuff right here. You have 400 milligrams of caffeine. And already that should set off some alarm bells, right? Because it's more than we've already seen, and you've seen me cringe. This one actually has GABA in it, which is pretty dope. But then it has this other stuff. And this other stuff, apparently lightweight, has been related to, like, people just feeling like it's illegal. I didn't get too deep into why, but people, look at this, still illegal. So all this negative press, and then you come out with something that has a close enough name. In fact, dark matter and dark energy in the world of what astronomy is closely related, right? Dark energy and dark matter supposedly compose most of the universe. So, you know, we have this stuff, so it's got the name, it's got the mystique, and right off the top, in order to distance themselves maybe from dark energy, the banned illegal stuff, they just don't even list caffeine, which we know you don't have to do when you're a food brand, right? And I tried to look up some of these because usually the extracts are going to be where the caffeine is, but this is like a dye right here. So again, the one most hardcore one that I would be on and say, like, if you're going to take anything, even though it's probably going to taste like, you know, like Jolly Ranchers, it might be this one because it doesn't have any caffeine in it, and it actually has calories, and actually has a little bit of sugar and protein. This is probably the best option for a ready-made, you know, pre-workout, which we will cover that in a second, right here. It doesn't show how much caffeine is in it because it doesn't have to, which means it probably has a ton. So, lastly, we're going to go with these guys, and I mean, this one's called Sebum. Trying to find, it's just called Sebum. That's all you need to know. And well, guess what, it's got caffeine in it. It also has a bunch of these great minerals and great, you know, vitamins or whatever. And I'm looking for the caffeine. Where's the caffeine? 305 caffeine right there, and that right there. Notice something a little bit, right? That all of these guys have caffeine in them. And so you're like, what is a pre-workout? It seems like something that has a ton of caffeine. I do want to take one more look at something. I tried to look up, see if I can find it. How much caffeine in, yeah, in 5 hours energy. And this stuff is 2 ounces and has 215 milligrams per 2 ounces. Right? Like, what are we doing? This is ridiculous. So anyways, you guys, that's what a pre-workout is. What should you eat before a workout? Well, not something with enough caffeine for nearly 4 cups of coffee or even 5 at once. I mean, if you're going to do that, you might do half, let it hit you, let it circulate, and then you could go get busy in the gym. Yo, what are you supposed to eat? Well, if you ask me, depends what you're working out. 100 to 250 calories. Of that, probably 15-ish grams of sugar, and the rest can be protein before you work out. And after, we're talking about more protein and complex carbohydrates based on your workout. And that's what you should eat before a workout. All right, you guys, that's all I wanted to cover today. It was nutrition. And let me know what questions you have. See you tomorrow.